Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joe and this is UFC Collect Profit. So today is our weekly review of the top 10 single card sales according to cardladder.com for UFC cards. The date of this top 10 sales range is from December 30th, 2025 to January 5th, 2026. We have some historically amazing cards on here, a pretty good range of special cards, like a really good mix of cards on this one. But let's get right into it. So coming in at number 10 that's sold on the Alt Auction platform, 2023 Panini Prism UFC Gold Prism PSA 9, the Gold Prism out of 10. This is the 1 out of 10. Amazing card. McGregor in all his glory. Sitting on the edge of the octagon, holding up the championship belts. Mint 9 Gold Prism, only a pop 3. There are 4 PSA 10s. This card sold for $1,458. And if you look here in 2023, the card actually sold for more. So depending on your perspective on this, it was either a bargain or depending on what you feel about the future of McGregor, does he fight again? Does he not? Some people are like, well, when he's in the ring, I'll believe he's going to fight again. But it's undeniable his history and impact on the sport. But this specific card and the significance of the gold prisms in the collecting community cannot be understated. But $1,458, not a bad price in my opinion. Could do a lot worse. Going on to number 9, we have the 2013 Topps Bloodlines Conor McGregor rookie card. Card number 139 and a PSA 10. This was sold via FanaticCollect.com, the Fanatics Vault. I believe this sold via Buy It Now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there it is right there, Buy It Now. This sold for $1,500, and unlike the Gold Prism, this card since 2023 has been going up. So is it $1,230? Dipped down to $930, back up to $1,500. I'm assuming a lot of these have to do with the buildup of McGregor on social media recently. He's been posting a lot on social media about changing his life and a lot of training videos. And I think people are eating that up, and there are quite a few McGregors on this top 10 list. I don't know if it's like a case of causation versus correlation, but I don't think it's any mistake that because McGregor's more in the news, that we see people buying his cards, speculating on his next fight, which supposedly is supposed to be against Chandler at the White House, but I don't know. I read so many posts in a day or in a week, like I can't tell what's real or what's not. What's going to happen. I'm not sure anyone else does either, except maybe Dana White. But $1,500 for an amazing, beautiful card of Conor McGregor. Historically, I mean, this card is 10 out of 10. As far as value of the card and whether this is a deal, I don't think this is a deal for the card. I think this is like a market value or maybe a slight touch higher than market value. So maybe the buy itself, I'd rate a 7 out of 10. But significantly, like you can't get a more significant card than this, in my opinion. Very cool. Coming in at number 8, we have the 2025 Topps Midnight UFC John's Bones Jones Champion. I don't know if the champion with the bones and the quotation marks is limited to midnight or not. I don't remember seeing this inscription in any other product or any other card. Certainly a super rare inscription for him. So commanded a super premium. Sold quickconsign.com, a huge eBay consigner. Great looking card. It is number 1 out of 25. It's hard to see in this corner, but there it is, 1 out of 25. It was $2,500 our best offer and ended up selling for on the right side of the screen. I can't just blow up the right side of the screen, so you're gonna have to look. So for $1,800. Gorgeous card. Eye appeal off the charts. Significance of this card is high, in my opinion, because of the rare inscription. Was it a deal at $1,800? I think for this type of card, I would say it is an out of 25 John Jones card that says champion on it. I don't see too many of those hanging around. And there's nothing to say he can't sign more of these in the future. But I think John Jones and Topps do a pretty good job of spreading out the rarity of his inscriptions to keep them valuable. So, cool card. I would love to add a card like this to my collection. But yeah, $1,800, solid price in my opinion. Coming in at number 7, the next one, 2025 Topps UFC. Izzy 1 of 1 Super Fractor. Sticker auto. It looks like Izzy had a trace over the auto because the first time he tried to sign it, maybe the pen didn't catch it. So that kind of knocks the eye appeal and also went off the sticker, which I'm not a fan of. The rest of the autograph is cool. He has the star here. Not sure if this is a hair or whatever the hell that is, or if that's just maybe the angle of it. Looks like something is there. I don't know. It looks like a circular imprint here. I don't know if that's part of the design of the card, maybe. Certainly doesn't look like it. I could be wrong on that, though. Not a great signature. Super Fractor is okay. The 101, obviously special. Not a fan of the design of the card. This is like the finest subset of it, so it's not like his base Super Fractor. It is a significant card for any Easy collector. It was $2,500. So this is kind of weird. So it shows $2,500, no best offer. When you go to Card Ladder, it shows it's over $2,000. So we're going to go with $2,000. I don't know what type of glitch that is. I've never seen that before. Anyway, I wouldn't have spent $2,000 on this card, I don't think. Better places to put your money, in my opinion. But if you're trying to build the rainbow of this specific insert, or you're trying to get the best Easy cards in the world, and you just have infinite money glitch, and you have trees in your backyard growing money, like, I can see why you want to add it, because it is a 101. On to the next card, number 6. We have the 2022 Panini Prism, amazingly gorgeous black shimmer 101 of Charles Oliveira. And a mint 9. This card in hand, these cards, like this scan does not do this card justice. Like this type of card you have to see in hand to really appreciate the shimmer effect, because it is absolutely stunning. For eye appeal, this card is a 10 out of 10. This card touches every aspect of what I like in a card. Like, yeah, it doesn't have the relic, but who cares? Like a relic or an auto, but who cares? He's in the ring, triumphant, with the black shimmer, the red accent, kind of like the dramatic airbrushing of the shimmer on the card as well. And the back with the 101 imprint. It was $2,150, sold by PSA on eBay or best offer. It actually ended up selling for the $2,150. I confirmed on our Card Ladder, but such a sick card. Touches every box for me. This is a 10 out of 10 buy, 10 out of 10 everything. Super card. Coming in at number 10, 9, 8, 7. I'm already losing track here. 6 so coming in at number 5. Another Conor. This is already the 3rd Conor on the list, and we still got more to come. So this is the 2022 Panini Instant UFC McGregor Kaboom PSA 10. I was actually paying attention to this card. It scares me a little bit. It's a PSA 10 Pop 30. That is low for Kabooms in general. It's high for a UFC Kaboom, but it's still rare enough for Conor, so you have to kind of look past that. There's 46 total graded by PSA. So you have 75% of them hit 10. So not that hard of a card to gem on. One for $2,500, $2,506. Again, it's another card you need to see in hand to appreciate. But okay, thank you front door for the notification on that. Back of the card here. Very cool. I know everyone loves the kabooms. Great pose of McGregor taunting his opponent or taunting somebody. But great card to add. Coming in number 4. So this is kind of weird. Curious what all your opinions on this. So 3121 trading cards, high rating. They're based out of Australia. They had it up for $6,600 or best offer. So this is the 2013 Top UFC Bloodlines flag insert. The flag parallel. Only out of 188. Super hard card to get. Very, very desirable. Like the art in the background is amazing. Kind of with the broken ground effect of the flag. Like this is, like if you remember, his 2013 base sold for $1,500. And this is the flag insert. So again, like an insanely iconic card. So it's up for $6,693 or best offer US. I'm sorry, $6,693 US. Sold by best offer on January 1st for $4,013. It pops up again. Same seller. Best offer again. Sold again for $4,016 4 days later on January 5th. So this means it was up. Best offer was accepted. Seller, maybe they didn't realize they had to pay import fees. Tariff fees or international shipping or something. And then they put it back up again. It got relisted. So are we confident this sold? I'm assuming it did, but who knows? It may be relisted in a couple of days. But so we're going to go with this number here, the $4,016. At number 4, I'm curious to see if this sale sticks or not. I hope it does because it is a culturally significant good card in the community from a super rare product of the highest name recognition fighter in UFC history. So it's a totally sick card. Coming in the top 3, another Conor McGregor. So this is like the week of Conor McGregor's here. 2017 Topps UFC Chrome. Very hard to find sealed product at a reasonable price or even in quantity. I doubt you could find 20 sealed boxes of this on the market right now. I'm not saying there aren't some in some warehouses or people have them stashed away, but like good luck trying to find this quantity. The UFC Fire Superfractor 1 of 1. Again, a horrible scan of this card. I wish people would step their scan gate up, get some lights, get a desk, get a mat. Like don't have your fingers in the photo. Like let's get our lives together here. You're selling a 5-figure card of an iconic card. Like maximize the dollar value, but also do the card some justice and like document the card appropriately. It drives me absolutely insane. And I don't know why in the card collecting community, we don't do a better job of marketing our products better and displaying the beauty of the cards. But anyway, gorgeous card in hand, crappy photos, 1 of 1, Superfractor, $4,938. Big money on a huge McGregor, but I don't know how often this card's been up for sale, but not too often, I'm sure. So if you need it, if you want this card or you want to add to your collection, like you're gonna have to pony up the dough, almost $5,000. And then you add in tax and everything else, like you're over $5,000. Coming in at number 2, the Ilya 2025 Topps Finest Superfractor 1 of 1. Insanely significant card if you believe in Ilya and what his future will be at UFC. It was $7,500 or best offer. Ended up selling on the right side of the screen for $5,000. For my money, I'd rather have the McGregor for the $5,000. But I can understand why somebody would spend money on this. I'm not a fan of the card itself. I'm not a fan of the design, but I'm not the one that bought it, so it really doesn't matter. So now we go on to the number 1 card. And I want to preface this by saying, like, in the UFC card community, on Instagram, on Facebook, various social media platforms, I highlighted this card last week. But this is the most monumental card that's sold in the UFC in recent history. Not ever, not ever, but certainly in the past, I would say year or two. It may not be the most expensive card because you can't keep track of all these private sales that happen in Facebook groups, on Backpage, Craigslist, Silk Road, or wherever people are dealing cards nowadays. I can only go by what I can see and what's confirmed. I mean, I read a lot of nonsense in the Facebook groups and in private, I mean, in a couple of UFC Instagram groups where people are chatting back and forth, and who the hell knows what's true there or not. But this card here, the 2009 Topps UFC, John Jones, round 2, red ink, out of 25, via golden auction. So for $37,820 with the buyer's premium. Again, if you don't know how it works with auctions, like for Golden or Heritage or non-eBay, you bid an amount and then they tack on like 21 or 22% to the price, which is considered the buyer's premium. And that buyer's premium is split usually 50-50 between it going to the auction house and the other 50% going back to the person that consigned it. And the way you just figure that out in your head is when you're bidding, you just tack 20% on, or the 22% or where that number is, and you just make that your budget. But anyway, $37,820. A lot of people on social media gave this listing a lot of grief because they thought it was a little misleading, that the image doesn't make it crystal clear that this is a sticker autograph. My thought is, while it's not crystal clear and there is a lot of brightness on this image, I've seen this card in hand, and I actually had an opportunity to buy this card a few months ago. The card was in my hand and I was looking at it and I could have bought it. We never seriously negotiated. I could have got it cheaper than what it went for at Golden. But at the time, I'm focusing more on sealed boxes. I don't know if I would have ponied up the dough, but I think this is great for the card community. But anyway, I'm kind of getting off track here. So we're back here, like the flash on this and the saturation is high, like it's washed out. In my opinion, if you're dropping this much money in the card, it's your responsibility to research it. You can make the argument that even here in the listing, it doesn't mention it's a sticker autograph, but you need to do your research. I don't think they didn't lie. Is it misleading? Maybe. But I wouldn't, like, some people were saying it's fraud, and I think that's a stretch. I don't think it's fraud. Again, if you zoom in here, you can kind of see it's a sticker outline, a barely, but anyway. Significant historic card regardless. Amazing like mark for the UFC community. I know somebody posted a PSA 9 that they had of this card shortly after this sale from a longtime UFC collector. And I know there's other ones out there as well, but I'm very happy that this card sold. I think it adds more credibility to the UFC collecting space. And I think you can only help out the sealed product for UFC round 2 as well, which is wonderful because I have some of those boxes. You can still get those relatively cheap, like $1,500, $1,300, which you may say, well, it's 4 figures, it's not cheap. Well, it kind of is when you look at the current price of wax, then you look at the price of Topps royalty, and you look at the price of some of these older boxes, like, and then when you compare it to other sports, and the prices of some of these sealed boxes going into the 5 figures, like $1,500 doesn't seem all that insane to me. But that rounds out our top 10 for this week. McGregor heavy, which I think is good for the hobby. People are showing more interest in McGregor now in this lead up to the White House event in June. So you're going to have a couple months of that. But yeah, such a cool card here. Very happy that this happened, and cool I can feature it in the video. So anyway, please like and comment down below if you liked this week's top 10. Let me know your thoughts. What was your favorite card out of the top 10? And which one do you wish you had in your collection? If you can only pick one. For me, if I had to pick my favorite card out of all this, it'd probably come down to this John Jones or this, assuming it's a legit sale of this, this McGregor, the flag McGregor. I'm probably going to go with the Flag McGregor out at 188. Just because you don't see these cards pop up for sale that often. And you see Moners, John Jones cards with autos more. But this is certainly a sick card. But I'm going to go with the Flag McGregor as the card I would want the most out of all of this top 10. Anyway, please subscribe to the channel for daily UFC content. I'm going to do a video on my predictions for 2026 for UFC collecting, specifically focusing on sealed product, graded cards, and what I see in the future for the year and where we're going to be basically a year from now. I'm looking forward to doing that video. And that's not going to be tomorrow's video, I don't think. It might be. I have to see what I feel like doing. I know I want to do a top 10 cards from McGregor list this week. So I have to figure out the order I want to do that. But stay tuned. If you're subscribed to the channel, you get notifications for that. All that said, be safe, stay well, take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you again soon.